Good evening, you guys. How is everybody doing? I didn't do my countdown. Let me do my countdown. Let me do my countdown. Good evening, guys. I'm gonna wait. Hey, Letitia. Ooh, child, I gotta. Oh. Hey, Better Bear. I need my bulletproof. What's that? Humidity when I come. I'm telling you. um. Hey, you guys. I know I'm coming on late, but I kind of be up late at night. I've been being up late lately. So, how y'all doing tonight? I see Tyranny. I see Shirley. I see Cinematic, Ken, and Miss Roberta and Letitia. Who else? I see Natty Rose. How y'all doing tonight? I'm gonna try not to stay on late, and I wasn't intending to get on late last night. It's just that. Hey, Zen Memorial Services. Hey, Miss Teresa. New to you. Shout out to the moderators. Who else is in here? Who else is up late? Y'all doing okay? I feel a lot better today. My head is not hurting, nothing. So I'm good to go. I felt terrible yesterday. I mean, I never in my life want to ever feel like I felt yesterday. And I found out, and y'all, I've never had blood pressure issues ever. And remember when I got on the first time, I was like, my head is hurting me. But because I've never had issues with my pressure, I didn't know that it was my pressure, right? So my head kept hurting me, and then my jaws and my face started hurting. And so I was talking to my mother, and she was like, "You need to check your pressure, because it sounded like to me your pressure is up." And I checked my pressure. My pressure was up sky high. That's why I was up that late, because my mom was like, my mother was on the phone with me, and she was like, "And if it don't go down, of course, we're gonna have to call the ambulance." Hey, Leo. Hey, Nicole B. Who else is in here? Shout out to everybody that is up tonight. It's almost 12 o'clock. And I wanted to get on to hey, Oceanfront Records. I'm feeling a lot better today. I rested, today. And I mean I rested too. And I feel so good. I promise you. I did exercise today, but I feel so good today. I do. Like yesterday, I just know that I never want to ever feel that way again. Like, I mean, I felt terrible. Yeah, it is hard, Letitia. It's very hard. Yeah, it's another late night. Hey, Sherry, thank you. Hey, KL Phil. I wanted to talk about, you all know that I broke the news last night on YouTube that there was a shooting at Prive. That's Yogott'S Restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee, right? And there was a lot of speculation about what happened or whatever. But I was told right off the bat that and I didn't know if it was true. Of course, there was a lot of stuff going around. They were saying that some people were saying there was some retaliatory situations going on as it relates to Big Juke. But I was told that also that there were two different sets, kind of ran up on each other and then a fight ensued. But we see now that video has been released and it appears that it was really overcrowded. That's what it looks like to me. And some people might have bumped into each other, and it probably did have something to do with different sets, and then a fight ensued. Like the videos are floating, but I already know, hey, it's time. Hey, skinny gal, that hey, natural born queen, if I play those videos, it's somebody, waiting to probably try to strike at the page. Um, but I want to show you all this. But anyways, two people have been arrested, right? Two people have been arrested. You know what? I don't know if it was behind a female. I don't know. I don't know. I've been hearing that, but it has not been confirmed. I have not heard a credible source say it. Yes, it was crowded. That blue hoodie person was swinging hard. Yes, indeed. Hold on. I want to show you guys this.
Against it around 11:20 p.m. Ridgeway Station officers responded to a shooting call to Club.
Oh, that's Paul. Okay. So what we're seeing here is, I guess MPD gave a conference because that's Paul Wright right there. Paul is a chief. He was a chief, a real good guy. Of course, that's Caroline. I thought Caroline was at the Southeast precinct, but maybe that precinct covers her area. But let's see what's going on. I mean, that area, it cover her precinct covers.
Located at 6980 Winchester. That's a nightclub and restaurant. Upon arrival, officers located two male victims lying on a parking lot suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. The investigation revealed that there was a fight that started inside the business and spilled outside on the parking lot. Several subjects retrieved guns from their vehicles, and gunfire was exchanged between these subjects, which led to 7 individuals being struck by gunfire. One of the victims was pronounced deceased on the scene, and a second victim was transported to Regional 1, where he succumbed to his injuries. This incident was not a random act. All the victims were, we believe, was targeted. There were several other victims, innocent victims involved. These 2 victims, we believe, were targeted. The other victims, we believe, possibly were bystanders that may have been struck by gunfire. 5 of the victims recovering. They're recovering right now at Regional 1 Hospital. Investigators are currently working several leads, and they're viewing a large amount of video footage from the business and surrounding area cameras. As of right now, we have 2 suspects in custody. One has been charged with first-degree murder, and a second suspect has been charged with criminal attempt, first-degree murder, as well as aggravated robbery. At this time, the names of the victims will not be released pending family notification. Officers did locate weapons that were believed to be used in these crimes on the scene. Officers are seeking additional information on suspects and anyone that may know anything about this crime, we're asking them to call Crime Stoppers. That's 901-528-CASH or 901-528-2274. We're also asking them to call our homicide unit. The homicide unit's number is 636-3300. Anybody with information, we're asking that they please submit that information to those numbers or to our investigators. At this time, the names of the victims, like I said, would not be released because pending notification to families. It's sad that individuals resort to violence, firearm usage to resolve conflicts. This is happening too often in our city. And we're asking that people that's having these issues walk away from these issues. Walk away, because if you don't, you're going to end up dead. There's no options. We are seeking community involvement, community assistance, and talking with family members that may be going through issues. When there's beefs that they're having amongst each other, when you know your family members, or even if you're having a beef, we're asking that you work these conflicts out, talk to somebody, try to get around the use of violence. Like I said, anybody with information on these crimes, or if you were there last night at the club, we're asking that you contact 528-CASH or our homicide unit. Thank you. My name is.
Individuals that were shot, are they from Memphis or the Memphis area?
Yes, they are. They're local.
Do we know if the two victims who died knew each other or how they knew each other?
We're not going to release. It's an ongoing investigation. We're not going to release that information just yet. And it's still an active investigation. Like I say, I don't want to talk much about this investigation until we get facts in place. This is still an ongoing investigation.
Who are the names of the suspects?
Like I said, we still got an ongoing investigation, and that I'm not going to release
The
that.
ones who are in custody, who are in charge.
We hadn't released that yet. We're not releasing that just yet.
Do you know how this altercation started? We saw video has been leaked and released to the public. We see that it started in the restaurant. Do you know how things got started?
We hadn't verified how this incident started outside. We know that there was some type of confrontation inside the club that led outside and led to gunfire.
What would be your advice to local businesses that deal with this on an ongoing basis?
Individuals that have businesses in the area, we always ask that if you have problems with this type of activity occurring, call your local police station, or just contact police if it's something that's active going on at that time. Just contact our dispatcher so officers can come out and check situations that's going on.
What is the condition of the victims? Is everyone else okay?
Last check, they're all critical still.
Do you know if, I know you said the victims were deceased, they were the ones who were targeted. Did they know the suspects or the shooters prior to this incident?
It's still an ongoing investigation. I don't have any additional information at this time. I would like to give our names. If you all need our names, I didn't state that from the beginning. I'm Deputy Chief Paul Wright, Paul, Paul, Wright, and I do have Colonel Caroline Beasley here with me. She's over the investigative unit. I'm currently over investigative services, and she's over the homicide unit as well. So,
Another question. We spoke to some business owners. They said there have been incidents, maybe not to this, obviously, to this standpoint, but there have been other incidents at that restaurant. Have you?
Hold on, I don't know what happened. Hold on. Okay, so now I see they moved Caroline back up to, she's the colonel over investigations. Okay, I see. Caroline, I see you. That was Deputy Chief Paul Wright. Um, Paul is a solid dude. I used to work with Paul when he was a sergeant. He's real tall. He was always very handsome and real quiet and reserved and respectful, a gentleman. What's poppin', Miss T, aka the newsbreaker? Stop killing. Hey, stop killing. So we see that they got 2 custody. Now, y'all, there are videos of, and I'm sure everybody has seen them. All of the videos. Was Memphis this violent when Dolph was alive? No, it was violent, but it seems like it has gotten worse. Since this young Dolph's murder, now, it was always bad now, but like I said, it seems to me that it has really gotten out of control. There are a lot of gang wars. And now what you see is a lot of people putting gangs and stuff together, gangs breaking up. And I guess I guess the gang members don't call them gangs, they call them cliques or whatever. So what you're seeing is a lot of people breaking off, getting mad at the gangs that they were in the same neighborhood, and starting their own clique and becoming enemies. And that's one of the reasons why you see so many people just going at each other. It's these just looking at that video from last night, how they were just shooting each other just like it was nothing, like they were not human beings. And then looking at one of the videos when one of the young men was shot, it's a young dude, ran away laughing. A human being was just shot in his face. That's why, I mean, they could laugh. Like I said, I don't really know what is going on, but it is definitely a demonic force in the atmosphere. Rest in peace, Young Dog said it got worse since Frank died. We got more info from YouTubers than the cops. Somebody released that. Somebody, and it had to be somebody from Prive, released that video of what happened. They released the video of what happened, the fight. And he shot him with his switch too. Yeah, it was sad. I mean, just looking at that, but I'm trying to figure out why would Juke them release that video and put that video out there? It is graphic, very graphic. I don't know, but it had to have come from them. So maybe they felt like it was okay to release. I don't know. It's all about the likes. We should we some shoulders without a cause, mentally ill with no direction. That's true. It was Gotti's mom. They released it to show nobody from the family was shot. Oh, I see. Wow. I saw it's more than 2 videos. It's like 4 videos out there. It's like 4. We saw the video where the security guard was, he shot 2 guys. But one of them looked like he was coming back towards him to shoot him. He had to shoot him, but he didn't. Don't look like he killed him. He sure popped him though, and he fell down. Yeah, the whole situation is sad. Like, I don't understand what is going on. This is so sad. But like I said, they're saying that 2 people was arrested, but it seemed like to me it needs to be more, because they just went wild. But like I said, I had heard that 2 different sets, saw each other. But I had, like I said, I had an I believe them when they say it has something to do with a robbery. These little dudes be out here, snatching chains and stuff. Okay, they be out here snatching chains. And the sad thing about it is when they get out here and they start snatching these chains from these folks that call themselves rappers, or they're affiliated with some label or something like that. they start posting all on social media that they'll pay, a certain amount of money if they get their chains and stuff back. And unfortunately, people do anything for some money. I'm just saying in general. They'll do anything for some money. They get the jacket and they'll start shooting. Man, you got that chain so we can get that money. We just killed 7 niggas to get that chain back. This is how mentally messed up a lot of people are in our community. It is so sad. I saw that one, and the dead guy in the parking lot. Yeah, 2 of them was shot in the parking lot and was killed. Another blogger was playing a video during the live, and YouTube shut the live. I'm telling you, they'll shut. If somebody reported, that means somebody reported it. So that's why I said I'm not gonna show it, because I already know somebody waiting to try to strike at the channel, child. The security guard told the guy to leave, so the guy chose to come back with a gun to shoot. Wow. Somebody snatch your chain, they gotta get hit up. That a law is cold. Wow. Denise Wilson says, I wonder why that camera showed everything. We even seen fire from the gun. I wonder why Makita's couldn't and hasn't shown anything but one still shot. I don't know. Because, Makita's, listen, Makita's can't show anything. Maybe, it seems like to me, Makita's, maybe they're cooperating with the police, because I'm very surprised that Yogotti them, whoever put that video out, I'm very surprised that they put that out. But maybe it was okay. It was a green light for them to put it out. It was okay for them to put it out, since they got the suspects very early on. Maybe after they had put it out after 2 people was already arrested. I don't know, because it seems like to me the 2 people was arrested early on. The police chief said it was over a robbery. Yeah, the police chief said it was over a robbery. That's what Paul said. So, rest in peace, young Dolph. Look at what I sent you, Miss T, and listen to the voice and tell me what. Okay, I'm getting ready to listen to it. Hold on. Lord, you are so faithful. Such a friend, you. I am so grateful. I'm getting ready to listen to it right now. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, that was definitely his voice. Whoever it was, Juke them knew who it was, because he was calling them by name. So he was calling both of them by name. Child. Woo, child. A New Era says nothing we see is coincidental, it's consequential. CIA social engineered programming, the aftermath of COVID proliferation of the global reset. And you're probably right about that. Memphis seems like since Dolph passed, it's been nothing but darkness. Yeah, it is. I think it's a lot of unsettling things going on as it relates to that. Until there's justice and totality. Now, this is crazy. Now, the only thing I could say is God says when I get them back, you're gonna see me get them back. Okay. We already know, like, when people do other people wrong, okay, even if they didn't start this situation, because I can't say that Big Juke started that situation or their sister or anything like that, because I have not heard that. That's not something that I've heard, okay, from anybody that's credible, okay. But the thing about it is, that is their restaurant, and we all know the smoke and mirrors as it relates to what happened to young Dolph. And so when you start having fights and things of that nature at a restaurant, that gives your restaurant name that's a negative connotation or whatever that's associated with your establishment. So, and not to mention that this going to take the insurance on the establishment through the roof, child. That's the reason why when certain things start happening at some of these restaurants, like remember at IHOPs, it seemed like they was hiring anybody, anything, and they was pulling them all out the sewer and hiring them. And then they was getting the fighting every other day, and they was having to close down the IHOPs. The workers was getting to fighting. And so after it happened a few times, and nobody want to insure them. They have to put insurance on those restaurants. And when you constantly have incidents like that, it takes the insurance through the roof. Hell, sometimes if an insurance company is going to insure you after all these incidents, you can't you'll be paying for insurance. And that's the reason why some people just close up their doors. Ain't no need in having a restaurant open and all you doing is working to pay insurance because you're a liability. All I'm saying, Paper Route Restaurant coming soon. Y'all ain't gonna have to worry about none of that. But anyway, rest in peace to the victims, though. Let me just say that. Rest in peace to the victims. Teresa says, I don't think that it had anything to do about Dolph, but I think it's karma on Gotti. I feel the same, Teresa. I don't think it had anything to do with anything as it relates to young Dolph. I don't. Russell Douglas says they're going to end up with a big lawsuit. I'm sure that's in the making now. I'm sure the family's already talking about, I need to get me a lawyer. Pre had nothing to do with this, but God is just showing us how he is boss enough to disrupt the Mims lifestyle. Yeah, rest in peace to the victims, definitely. And all of this this craziness has to stop. Even with arresting these two guys, look at all of those little dudes that was out there, all of that commotion. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, they all kind of have the same energy. And so unfortunately, this is not going to I don't know, it's not going to stop, I guess, until Steve Mulroy start popping that death penalty on quite a few of them. Because one thing we do know is that they want to commit crimes, but they don't want to go fry. Yeah, people are still critical. People still critical. Miss Jerry Mills is such a sweetheart. Wow. Miss Diane says, I'm in the bushes tonight, y'all. I went to a food and wine tasting and I feel like it's stuffed turkey. I overdid it. Why weren't the cops notified when it first started in the restaurant? I don't know. But just from listening to you could hear voices, as they was recording what happened on the video. It seems to me that Big Jook and them knew the dudes because they was calling them by their names, who was fighting. They knew both the dudes. They knew two of them at least because they said two names. Hopefully those with the means to, and they probably do. And let me just say this: they probably would know him because most people that's going to that restaurant to eat are probably more than likely people that they know. Yes, I feel the same way. This situation has nothing to do with Dolph. No, I don't think this had anything to do with Dolph at all because we see on camera what happened. We see on camera what happened, and somebody got mad. I wish I could show it, but I can't show it. But I wish I could. I I don't know. Like I said, I wish I could show it before they started fighting because we saw where the dude in the blue hopped up. It seemed like to me he was mad about something. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, guys. Um, let me see. Yeah, I tend to believe what they said about two different sets ran into each other. That looks more like it, but hey, and because of you know a robbery, that's Paul. Paul said that, and hey, they would know. Let me see. We're not gonna we're not gonna show it all, okay? Because we already know.
Yeah. So this when the fight finna start then. So this is after I had talked to Johnny.
Johnny.
Right there in the
That's the
blue.
nigga jumping up. That's the nigga hopping around. See him in the blue.
Yeah, see?
Okay. So y'all see it definitely was some type of commotion. Um the universe I definitely reciprocated the negative energy that they put towards killing Dolph. Memphis will never be the same again until every individual by thought or deed is under judgment. I can't believe those videos are out there. Prayers to the families. Yeah. I mean, just showing them dying. I mean, they was showing them get popped, killed, actually shooting them. And just I mean, how you know inhumane could is that? You know what I mean? That's sick to me. Yep. And like I said, the thing about it is they already got two of the people. So I mean, I don't know whether they was drunk or high or what. People sit up and talk about I did something because I was drunk. I did something because I was high. Folks been getting drunk before these little dudes were ever even thought of, before they was even a thought in their parents' mind. Okay. And they're not, they don't do, they weren't doing what these fools are doing, feeling like they're supposed to just shoot somebody because they're upset about something. That's messed up. Thank you, Diamond. Rest in peace, Dolph. You can ask me anything you like. I'm an open book. Clearly, I don't know everything. Laugh out loud. Of course they know them. Yeah, they were saying them by name, so yeah, they know them. But like I said, the mere fact that it seems to me that quite a few people were involved, because like I said, the security guard, I believe, I know he shot one person, but I think he shot two. And I'm sure we didn't see everything. We just got bits and pieces of it. But it appears to me that the security guard will not, you know, he will more than likely not be charged with anything, simply because um it looks like to me one of the dudes was coming towards him to shoot him, and he ended up shooting him. So hey, he definitely looked like he was pointing a weapon at him. So I don't think he'll be, that's self-defense right there. um I don't mean no harm, but these videos are a slap in the face when it comes to what happened to Dolph publicly. He definitely shot two people. The security guard, but they said, I'm hearing that the guys actually, he told somebody to leave, and they didn't want to do that. They went and got their guns or something, I heard. Damn, a mass shooting could make me never want to eat at that place. I know that's right. First of all, it was overcrowded. But it's a shame when people can't even go nowhere. You can't even go out because these folks gone so crazy. Hmm. Maybe looking from the outside, but some already have bodies. Gangs have some degree of anonymity and keep action going between them. Mm. Mm. But yeah, y'all, they got two. But it seems like to me, it might have been more than two people involved. So, but they got two people arrested, and we'll see what happens with this. But I'm hearing that two officers were shot in Whitehaven today. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Let me see something. Hmm. Constantly looking at that video, y'all. These young adults are so mentally unstable. It was just a shootout between a black guy and the police. Whitehaven. Hey, Robbie. Mm. Yeah, these folks have lost their minds. Sure glad you not a cop no more, Miss T. Well, I never was. I was a traffic officer, which was a P1, but I was going back through the academy to become a P2 when I injured my leg. But you're right. I am not. I am happy that things happen the way that it happened, and trust me, everything always happened for a reason. It always happened for a reason because when I graduated from the academy, I was class 3989. I was supposed to, I would have been going over to vice and narcotics. That's where I would have been temporarily assigned to do undercover work because that's where they send all the new recruits to do, because a lot of the drug dealers, as I explained before, they have to consistently transition those teams out of there because the drug dealers kind of get used to after they make so many drug busts, the same officers, right? So they start bringing in new faces. Um, Zen Memorial Service says police on the scene on Airways right now. Car shot up and one dead. Oh my God. Airways, that's probably like around Orange Mound. I'm almost sure the news said it was over an argument with a woman. Did the news say that? That it was over an argument with a woman? Which channel was that? Let me see. I thought Chief Paul Wright said it was a robbery. It was over a robbery. I don't know though. We'll listen to it. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I mean, Channel 5 showing the same one charge with first degree murder, one charge with attempted first degree murder. Victims' names have not been released. I was looking for that. I give my sympathy to you and your family. Thank you, Miss Robbie. One woman was hitting people. Yeah, I saw that. A lady was hitting. She was trying. I guess she was trying to help the man that she was with. She was hitting him with her things that she have to walk on. Her crutches. Dolph Spirit won't be at rest until all of the players in his demise are arrested or in the grave. That's true. I agree. Thank you, Nene Lawyer. Shout out to you. Yes, it wasn't a man who aired it when I saw it. Letitia was the one guy that security shot the Whitehaven Inn by the airport in Winchester. Okay, so it was the Whitehaven. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Whew. I want to show it so bad, but I'm not gonna be able to show it. And it's just sad how and it's just sad how they just shot them little dudes out there like that. And it's like they felt nothing, just shoot somebody down just so that they could say I got bodies. So, I guess it ain't no other choice. I mean, hold on. The hell is that? But for Steve Mulroy to start, hitting them with that death penalty, um, they'll stop being so careless. Whitehaven was the robbery. Miss T, you want me to look for the news? Yes, please. Thank you, Miss Teresa. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second, y'all. When I can't find what I'm looking for. Hold on for a second, y'all. I hate it when I have something and I can't find it no more. Yeah. Y'all notice Jay Moolah ain't got caught yet. They hiding him like they was doing straight drop. Oh wow. People fighting and shooting were 30 and up, too grown to be out arguing. Right. A lot of these, what we're starting to see now is a lot of these folks are not in their, all of them are not in their early 20s and teens. You got dudes in their 30s, their early 30s and late 30s and 40s and 50s acting a fool. Pathetic. Yep, just plain pathetic. Hold on one second. Hey, Jeremy Broom. Anybody that want to come up can come up. I just dropped the link. Michelle, I don't know, but you know what? It's been quite a few people complaining about not getting the notifications in the backstage. What you need to do is turn your camera on so I can see you before you come up. You're right. Good, by the way. You're not good, by the way. Yeah, my night is good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, good. That's supposed to reset it. If anybody want to come up, you can come up. T2 officers down. So the 2 officers, because I know there was 2 officers down in the Whitehaven area. Has it been some more? Because y'all know these people have flipped. They have completely lost their minds. If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I dropped the link. If anybody want to come up and talk about, what we're talking about tonight, definitely hit the link. Yeah, hit the link. If you would like to come up. Black seed oil is good for headaches, tea. Okay. And I got some black seed oil too. I'm asking AM at work, been here since 6. Oh my God, that's a long time. Those Detroit Kings looking for the guy who victimized the 80-year-old. They are pissed. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad there's still some people out there that have human feelings and take care of business like that. It's like we have a demonic spirit over our city since 2001, but the devil is a lot. Yeah, it is like a demonic force is over the city, and it is, it's sad. It is. It's sad. But I always say the people within the city is going to have to start praying for the city, and then putting some work behind it too. Start actively doing whatever it's going to take for there to be a change, because there has to be a change. Yeah, there has to be a change. Who said he later the summer is going to be worse? Yeah, because it's already getting warm. It's already warm outside. Like, I think we've gotten past the cold days. It's been raining a lot, but it's not cold. It's been really warm these last few days. I think April is going to be hot. So I mean, it's people hanging out. It's sad when people are completely unstable. They go out. I mean, when you go out, you got to understand now. People go out now looking for trouble so that they can have bragging rights or get clout. So it's best to just stay at home. It's best to stay at home. Because people be looking to start with you so that they can brag, so that they can rank up or whatever. And it's sad. And so, like I said, I don't see no issues with Steve Mulroy at this point because it has gotten so bad. I think at one time I would have been one of the main ones screaming on every rooftop. You can't be, giving our men the death penalty, but look at all the heinous stuff that these folks doing. I mean, if we want to, if the citizens want to live some type of quality, a good life, work, and enjoy their children, and not have to worry about going to a gas pump and getting knocked off without there being consequences. I mean, they're gonna have to do something to deter crime. And one thing we do know about cowards is they will go and commit a crime, but they sure don't be wanting to go do the time, not especially not a whole lot of years. And they don't want the death penalty. They don't want to die themselves. They're scared of that. Because if those dudes that shot those two dudes was really hardcore, like they say, they wouldn't have been hauling ass running. Y'all see how they shot them dudes down and they took out running? How come they ain't stand there and let the police know, yeah, I did it? They was mad. They was pissed off. And they supposed to be big and bad. Why did they run? Only cowards run. And see, that's what people don't look at. Okay. They also was a shooting right before Prive. Right, there was a shooting the night before at another club, like in the Midtown area called Cruise or something. Crew. People don't believe death is real. T-Lady, Memphis is in New Chicago. Mm-hmm. And like I said, these little dudes now, they go out looking for trouble just so they can brag about it and for clout. So that if they start regularly, once they start, because folks is telling, I'm gonna tell you right now, these folks is telling on these little dudes. They is telling on it, and they need to tell it. Okay, they need to tell it. But once they see them going to that gas chamber or going to that electric chair, they're not just gonna go out and go out looking for trouble just so that they could kill somebody and brag about it. Because like I said, all they want to do is brag about it. It's something that is inhumane about that. That's the word. Prayers of the righteous prevails much more. Prayer and power. That's true. It really is. I said that today. Like, why haven't pastors called for a citywide prayer or something? But I do pray for my city. Right. Why haven't I agree with Michelle. I agree with you 100%. Pastors used to call for a citywide prayer. Whatever happened to revival? But now it's getting so bad. Folks are saying they can't even go to Bible study at night on Wednesdays no more. They have to have Bible study virtually because when they come out on Wednesday, their car's gone or they sitting on the ground or somebody trying to go up in the church and rob the folks and shoot them, kill them. Y'all know that's sad. That's messed up. Hold on, y'all. But something has to happen. That's for sure. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me see something. You couldn't pay me enough to be a right. Police officers these days just don't they don't get paid enough. Cause now people are practicing, being disrespectful. What I can't understand is like, those police officers that do wrong, they need to be charged and put off of the force. Police officers are held to a higher standard. So I think those that are corrupt and those that heinously gun people down without cause, they should face harsher crimes. But now I've always said, and I always will maintain, we need police officers because we already living in a society where people, don't. If y'all didn't have the law, I'm gonna tell y'all something. What a lot of these little folks is, as much as they don't want to admit it, they more afraid of jail than they is death. They don't want to go do life, and they don't want to go to the death penalty. That's they scared of that too. But rather than go do life in prison, some of these folks would rather you take them out because they know they can't survive in jail. So if you ain't got jail hanging over their head, I mean, that's how the police getting all of the cases solved now, by getting some of these little dudes who they sending out to do this crime that's scared to go to jail, and they telling it. It's a darn shame what these folks is doing. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. The racist cops or crooked ones are not above the law. Right. Y'all, please hit the like button if you guys have not hit the like button. Let me see how many likes we got. Y'all hit the like button. We don't even have 100 likes yet, you guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Run the likes up, y'all, so that the video could be they could put the video into the algorithm. Run the likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Help me run the likes up. She want sky high numbers, you folks. Yeah, y'all run the likes up. We losing too many. It's sad. Yes, we are. But I'm glad that they got 2 people arrested. It's going to be interesting what those 2 people are going to say. That's what's going to be interesting. Like, how they going to drop dimes on other people. Mark my word on that. I'm telling you. Yep. Hold on, you guys. It says so. It's whole G cis man unalive last. Y'all, Lord have mercy. I'm dropping the link. Anybody that wants to come up can come up. Hold on, y'all. Drugs are really killing our young generation. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's killing our young generation and the old generation too, because a lot of these old fools going and getting on drugs. They half of a damn 100, and when it got sprung, ought to be ashamed of themselves. And if you in your 40s and stuff, and your ass is still strung out on something, acting a fool, you still trying new drugs, you pathetic too. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. These folks crazy as hell. I've never in my life seen anything like this. Like I've been saying this for the longest. Our community got such a codependent personality. Consistent, always codependent on something. Well, I just be wanting to feel good, I just had wanted to get high to take my mind off my problems. When you come down off of that high, them same problems you running from gonna be right there. And oftentimes they multiply. That's what her ex and her boyfriend started fighting. Oh wow. So whose ex and her and boyfriend started fighting? Let me see. DCAT Daddy says our horn made a statement in line saying that there wasn't a dispute inside Prive. Lie. Yeah, y'all know our horn gonna get on there and lie. He wasn't on one accord with his clients, because then they turn around and put a tape out. So if he gonna get on TV and lie, he need to talk to his clients first, so that at least they could tell the same lie. Mm. Did Jeremy Pierre say that? The police did say that the two victims were targeted. Let's see, you know, Robin Chanel, it was her ex. She followed him on Instagram. And all I can show you now, if you want. Okay. The horse tranquilizer is hot now. People dropping. Yeah, these people going and you know doing fentanyl and all of that. And fentanyl is horse tranquilizer. Like I said, it's sad when people in our community have such codependent personalities. They codependent on everybody, and I think that the reason why people um is falling out, you know, you see people falling out with so many people, is because people, you know, meet people and they have this unexpected this unrealistic expectation of what they feel like that person should be, right? And so when that person is not meeting their unrealistic delusional expectations, they start flipping out. They start going crazy. Oh, you ain't loyal. That person probably never told you they was loyal. Hell, if you had got to know them and asked them, they probably would have told you, I backdoor people. But people have this idea of what other people should be according to what their mind tells them. That's why I say it's a lot of twisted folks. You have to be very meticulous about people. You cannot really give them the benefit of the doubt anymore because folks are very delusional. I had just thought she was a good girl. Why you think that? Because she got a sweet voice. Oh, okay. And people losing their minds. More people are losing their minds going to the damn crazy house because of other people. And it ain't necessarily the other person's fault. Because some people are delusional and become obsessed with people and have this idea of what it's supposed to be. And when it's not that, they flip out. Okay. Or they just sitting up worried about other people and they you know they letting it lose, they losing their minds about it. So either way it go, like I said, you know, it's unfortunate because a lot of these young adults just don't have anything to look up to. Okay. Okay, let me check that. I'm getting ready to check it right now. Rest in peace, young dog. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, hold on. I just joined the okay. So aggravated robbery means that a weapon was used in an attempt to rob someone, right? Yeah, yeah. That robbery is probably that's probably gonna be weird, you know. When they start putting two and two together on their on whatever went on with that robbery. If that well they already put two, you know. Anyways, yes, you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we got. Y'all run the likes up. Run the likes up. Hitting the like button is free. Let's see. It was on the dead guy. Miss T, they haven't learned. The streets are undefeated. I'm telling you. The streets are undefeated. Like I said, unfortunately, these young dudes go out looking for trouble. They go out looking for trouble, and it seems like to me the old ones do too. These old dudes is a lot of them are simply pathetic. It's a darn shame. I never thought I would live to see guys in their 30s and 40s keeping up as much stuff as they keep up and instigating a lot of this stuff as it relates to a lot of these young adults. They do. And that's why I said a lot of these young adults don't have anything to look up to. You know, as I was talking about codependent personalities, unfortunately, in our community, a lot of our people have that. You know, I was saying one time before, you know, even you know with the Christians, child too, they go to church, you know, because they become codependent on the pastor doing a hoop and a holler. It's good to be codependent on the word of God, because I am. I have to read my Bible in order. That helps me. I'm not talking about the word of God, because that's like omnipresence, like all almighty, like that's something that we need. It's I know for me that's something that I need. But I'm talking about when you're codependent on other people. I just don't have that type of personality where I'm just codependent on other people, right? And I think that's what's happening. People going to church, like I said, they codependent on the pastor. They ain't happy if the pastor come in and start reading from the Bible, and he ain't hooping and hollering and falling out and slobbing and foaming all at the damn mouth. Folks get mad. Oh man, I sure was hoping Reb Harris had got the preaching. Well, he did preach. He spoke about the word of God. He gave scriptures from out of the Bible. Yeah, but he didn't do the hooping. So I'm gonna have a bad week. That's what I'm talking about. Like, or you know, people become codependent on somebody's testimony. Like I said, these folks, you have to be careful about people when they got all these damn testimonies. Oh, the Lord delivered me from out of suburbia. Oh, I told God I needed my light bill paid, and somebody I don't know who it was left $5,000 at my doorstep. Okay. Like I said, you have to be careful about people that give all these testimonies, because they'll have their testimony today and then they've been and forgot about it tomorrow. Okay. They forgets about their testimonies. Okay. Or they just codependent on somebody accepting them. They need acceptance. And like I said, that's why a lot of people doing a lot of heinous stuff, and they've just become desensitized to what human feelings and things of that nature. They don't have that. They take on animalistic characteristics and things of that nature. I watch people very closely. I do. I watch people very, very closely. You could tell a lot about what a person is if you start just watching them, listening to what they say and what they do. But unfortunately, now you see a lot of, I won't just say the younger generation, because you see a lot of older dudes and stuff doing it now. They have become codependent on some type of narcotic. Like I said, people are codependent on these narcotics because they're talking about, I got all these problems and I just want to get high. And I'm hurting from, what happened to me. My husband left me or whatever. So I just want to get high to take my mind off of the situation. Well, the thing about it is, when these folks are getting high and they're consistently trying new drugs, what happens is they get strung out. And so while they're somewhere up in space high, their children are down on ground zero getting molested and things of that nature. You see what I'm talking about? That's why I say, when people start becoming codependent on, some people need for people to praise them. Did you see what I did? It's people that can't even stay married because the spouse or the husband or the wife want to be praised every second of the day. It's like a drug. It becomes like a drug. They cannot function right unless somebody is praising every little thing they do. Did you see how I lit that candle? I lit that candle better than anybody in the world ever lit that candle. You ain't okay. People been lighting candles from the beginning of time. But that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Codependency. And unfortunately, it's trickling down to this younger generation where they have become codependent on clout. They need clout. They do anything for likes. They get ready to shoot somebody. They're taking their camera out. Wait a minute, man. Don't shoot them yet. Let me take my camera out. We put this on Instagram, man. We're gonna become famous and get so many likes. We saw that. I'm not exaggerating. We saw this stuff, okay, when Young Dolph was killed. We saw how they was getting on Instagram talking about, I just got 1,000 new subscribers, man. Just keep going. You're going to get you some more subscribers. You're going to get you some more followers. They had just taken a man from his children, from his a son from his parents, a superstar from his fans, an artist, and they sitting up talking about likes and things of that nature. Then they be wanting to go and kill themselves when they realize the police onto them. Now we see Steve Mulroy. Hey, Pooh Black. We see Steve Mulroy saying now that he get ready to start giving them the death penalty. I used to be one of those ones that screaming on every rooftop. Now y'all can't do this to our black men. They can't just be killing our black men. We need our black men. These are fathers and things of this nature. And I'm not talking about all black men, but it's sad to say, and I know some people gonna get mad at me, but it's the truth. It's sad to say that some of these black men that we're seeing now are becoming straight out predators in their communities when they're actually supposed to be leaders. Okay, a young lady can't even be great no more without a black man trying to plot to put a hit on her. She gonna be better than me. Okay, if that's some sissified stuff, if I ever heard of, anyways. Okay, or another young man can't build a record label without somebody hating on him. We got to kill him. He gonna be flossing more than me. That is what is going on, y'all. That's what's going on. Like I said, our community need a restoration of the mind or some type of habilitation, because a lot of times it ain't a damn thing to restore. When they start talking about restoration, that's like rehabilitation. It ain't never, they never was habilitated on how to do nothing right. So that's the reason why rehabilitation is failing, because they ain't never had a damn thing in their mind anyways. because they was never taught anything right. So that's why I say stop being, we know now that weed, and people don't want to hear that, it ain't no herb. When Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and all them in Jamaica was fighting for weed, it was, and they was fighting them hard as they was, it was a herb then. It was truly curing people. But now it's a chemical, because now, you know, they want to halfway make it legal, right? Okay. They want to halfway make it legal. 1-2 says 90% of baby mamas in Memphis are trash. I wish my family would move away. I don't know. I think 90% is an exaggeration. Okay. But there has to be some habilitation and some rehabilitation of the mind. And when I say rehabilitation, a lot of these older dudes that's in their 30s and 40s and 50s, they came from an era and a foundation. I'll say in their late 30s and 40s and 50s. They came from an era where they know we didn't do stuff like this, right? So if they own crack, and this is what I can't understand, okay? This is what I can't understand, okay? These dudes are waiting to get in their late 30s and their 40s, and the girls, and in their 40s and in their 50s, and then went and got their asses sprung. Why you get sprung? You already know to just say no to drugs. Hell, you know what it's gonna do. You came from the damn era where we said just say no to drugs. I had just wanted to try it. I didn't know I was gonna get sprung. You know damn well you was gonna get sprung if you tried crack. And you in your damn 40s. Okay? But you got a lot of, you know, older people that are getting sprung, and so out on drugs. So now, what do these kids have to look up to? What do they have to look up to? Not nothing. Not a whole lot, anyways. Because you can't tell me that you went and tried crack and you didn't know what crack do. Hell, even teenagers and stuff know what crack do. That's the reason why they be around here running around here talking about crack is whack, okay? And you in your 40s and 50s, and I had just wanted to try to see what it was like, and I got sprung out the first time. I was just naive, nigga. You over half of 100, and you didn't know that you was gonna get strung out when you went and took some damn crack. Okay. I love you too, Macmillan Life Tube. All on meth and fentanyl. Now fentanyl just came out, and you got dudes in their late 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s on strung out on fentanyl, but they're not gonna be strung out on that for long because they're gonna croak out because they're gonna overdose. Okay, but they on that. They can't sit up and say I had been on fentanyl my whole life since I was a teen. I was in my early 20s. You was alive because fentanyl just came out, and you know when it got strung out on that. These folks ought to be ashamed of themselves, constantly going and getting strung out on these drugs. I'm talking about, and especially as old as a lot of them are, they ought to be trying to get their life in order and raise their families. They still talking about I'm pulling up somewhere. Like I was just saying last night, if you ain't pulling up at your damn driveway to go in the house to, you know, so you can be at home with your family and your kids, you pathetic. You still talking about I had dropped my Addy. You got folks so damn crazy. They dropping their address on social media. Yeah, I dropped my Addy. Pull up, and your damn kids in the house sleep, and somebody pull up and air the damn house out. These folks is really done lost their minds. They really is sick. Are they telling them that Trank eats the flesh, but these fools still going to take it? Miss T, they on K2 now. They spraying Raid on a piece of paper and smoking it. Oh my God. Now they smoking Raid? Whew. Lord Jesus. They spraying Raid on a piece of paper and smoking it. Lord Jesus Christ. Lord, now they're smoking the roach spray. I used to be proud of being a cougar, but even weird being sexually violent. Oh, Lord. But that's true, though, new to you. I was laughing at you said you used to be proud to be a cougar. Yeah, because look at how these little dudes now pulling up. They don't care if you are a man or a woman. They don't care how old you are. Okay, they don't. They'll pull up and try to kidnap a man or a woman and kidnap them and rape them. Man or woman. These folks is gone crazy. That's why y'all, you have to go ahead and just, when people play with you, especially when they are violating you, when people are comfortable with violating you in one way, they're violators, and they're comfortable with violating you in any ways. Violators don't necessarily have limits or picks, especially when they're already they have a psychotic mind. Please get your steel. That y'all I'm telling y'all, get y'all steel, okay? Get your steel, get your guns, and get several sizes, okay? Get you something with a switch on it, okay? I wish it was some kind of way, y'all, that I could get me a grenade, a bomb. Because, see, these folks is so crazy. They want to, hey, I tell you what, because, see, they ain't going to do nothing to you, okay? If they don't want to die, you have to let them know. Yeah, that's why they don't mess with them Iranians. Y'all notice that I was telling somebody that today. I said, you notice that the Iranians can stay open all night long. They're ready to go over to Miss Betty's house. Miss Betty is 70, 80 years old and break into her house and rape and kill her, right? But them Iranians, they not gonna mess with them. They have these grocery stores and these gas stations. They not gonna mess with them. And I'm not promoting messing with them. I'm just saying that's how you know that these folks ain't as crazy as they say. Drugs and all, okay? They on crack, man. The Iranians open. Oh, hell no. We ain't going in there because the Iranians, you go in there talking about robbing and killing the Iranians or robbing them. They're going to say, hell no. They got their grenade. They pulling out their machete. We all get ready to go. I'm going to get my 7 virgins. I'm going to get ready to blow the whole damn building up. So that's how we know they ain't no damn fools. Oh, hell no. They going to get out their machete and cut my neck off. I ain't going in there and rob them. Let's go rob Miss Betty. She 90 years old. They sick. That's how you know they ain't crazy. They scared of the Iranians. The Iranians going to blow up the whole damn gas station with them in it. Motherfucker, we all gonna die, and I'm finna get my 7 virgins. You should see them hauling ass getting up out of there. Hell no, we ain't touching the Iranians. They gonna kill us. I don't want to die. Hell. That's why I know these niggas on meth and all. They ain't as crazy as they say they is. Them Iranians gonna stay open all night, and ain't nobody gonna touch them. Because they ain't no damn fools. Okay. But as soon as they go up in somebody else's house, you that same old meth head. They meth heads. That same old meth head that went up in somebody's house and killed a whole damn family just skipped over the Iranian gas station when his friend said, let's go up in there. But then he'll get down to the police station and say, I was tweaking, I was high, I don't know what I did. You knew what you was doing. You told your friend, I ain't going up in that Iranian shop because the Iranians gonna feel like it's an honor. Come on, you niggas. I want my 7 virgins and whatever they say they get when they die. We all gonna die. I'm finna blow this motherfucker up because you is not getting ready to rob us. You ain't get ready to get our money. We all get ready to die. They haul ass running up out of there. I'm talking about the cuckabug heads. Okay. So these niggas, they using being on drugs and being high, as a crutch. They ain't really that crazy. Okay. They just choose to try to mess with anybody that they think is weak. That's why I say get you a weapon with a switch on it. And when you see them, you get comfortable with your shit. Okay. I was looking at somebody walk up in my driveway the other day. I said, damn, they walking up my damn driveway. I was looking right at him on my damn camera. And he just kept hitting the door. He just kept, I said, he gonna have to come up in here. But I bet you I had 1 in my lap and 2 on each side. I was gonna blow his ass back up out of there. They was gonna see flat smoke. I was gonna set his ass on fire with what I had in my lap. You don't walk up in my driveway. But if he wanted to come in, because he could have just had the wrong house, he was gonna have to break and enter. And I was gonna blow him back up out of here. But I was gonna wait until he got in. Okay, because you're not gonna come up in my house and violate me. And if you come in through you get halfway, I'm gonna pull you on in because I ain't going to jail for you. Okay. Make sure they come into your house so you can go ahead and blow them on the way. Okay. Don't shoot them in the back. And if they halfway in the door after you blow them away, pull them on in before the police get there. That's all. Okay, so you won't even have no problems. Because some of these folks got to go. They got to go. They too evil. They got to go. Okay. I was one of the highest ranking, top shooting girls at the police range. You think I'm gonna let a nigga walk up in here and I ain't gonna blow his cap out front and sit him ass nigga if I don't get you in that headshot? Okay. That's why I said don't come to my house with no play. Talking about some YouTube shit because you obsessed. I'm gonna go ahead and put you up out your misery. Because anytime you obsessed with a woman that ain't studying you, you ought to be dead. And I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about anybody. These folks done lost their damn minds. Hold on, y'all. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Hey, Real Deal Lee. Those criminals will get themselves shot, killed, and bust hell the while. I'm telling you. And they have to. I mean, you have to protect your house. Go to splat these. Yeah, you have to kill them. Anytime somebody get bold enough to start coming to your house, you have to go ahead and take them on out. And and when people can easily be sent out to go do something, You know what I mean? You have to just keep taking out anybody that's fool enough. They fool enough to send out until you know. Some of these folks need to be. Some of these folks need to be got out of here because they too freaking evil. Anytime you think you can control a person's success or you think you can control a person's success or what God has for a person, you got to be taken. The mastermind has to be taken down. Okay. But instead, what they do is they find a bunch of fools that they can send out to get taken out. Turn their asses into twinkle toe. I'm telling you. That's why I say, ladies, start, go to the range. I love going to the range. Go to the range, practice your target. I mean, the only thing a lot of women have to do. Thank you, also real. Oh, the only thing a lot of women need to do is they have to get used to the shock of the noise, right? But just start going to the range and practicing pulling the trigger. That's all you need to do is learn how to pull the trigger back. That's it. Aim and shoot. Okay. And I ain't talking about shoot nobody in the leg or nothing like that. If you're going to pull that thing out and pull that trigger back, you better learn some targets that's going to take them up out of here. Front and center mass or get that headshot. Okay. Because when a person is obsessed with you, if you don't go ahead and take them up out of here, they're going to come back when you can shoot them all in the damn legs and toes, and they have to have the damn kneecaps and legs and stuff cut off. As soon as that heal up, they'll be hopping back to your house trying to find you, and you'll have to pop them again. So you may as well just go and take them on out. Because when folks obsessed, they sick. They'll hop back, even if they have to crawl on their damn hands. I ain't got no legs, but I got my hands. Just take them out. You women should be like Pam Grier, Sheba Baby. Right, put earplugs in front and back sight. Learn how to use them. That's right, front and back sights. Learn how to use them. I'm 90 to 100 at the range. All right. Nephew, what was your score at the range? What was your shooting scores? Those criminals will get themselves shot, killed, and bust their head wide open. Yeah, a lot of women gonna have to learn how to protect themselves, not have guns and go out and just to get no trouble and stuff started, but to protect yourself. Different every year. I thought you was hitting that 100. You was at that 100 mark every year. I thought you was at that 100 mark, dude. D, that's my number, Friday 90. Yes, especially the way they're dying. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button if y'all haven't hit the like button. Hold on, let me see. Y'all gonna make me go fix some coffee, because at first I was getting sleepy, and now I'm not sleepy, and now I want some coffee. I know y'all got to go to work in the morning though, right? Because I'm not going back. I'm not going back to work for at least a month, so I'll be chilling out on here with y'all. I've decided I'm going to take me a month off. Yes, especially the way they're dying, because we got a lot to do. Like, um, tomorrow I'm gonna go over to the museum, and I kind of want to start up that process, but I think I'm gonna wait a month before I do that too. I'm gonna just wait a month before I start back doing anything. I think that would be good for me. I'll give myself 30 days. God need to sweep through Dallas with the thunder. They're sadistic. Wow. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I almost moved to Dallas back when my kids were they were still, like, uh let's see, my girls are 3 years apart. So my oldest daughter might have been about 10 or 11. You said, "Go and start cooking. You're hungry." I'm gonna get ready to start firing that grill up. I am. I'm gonna start firing the grill up for real. I was out there cleaning it up today. Dallas Police Department was recruiting me heavily, and I was going to move to Dallas. The only reason why I didn't move to Dallas is because I did not want to I didn't want to leave my children with my mother until I got established, because I was going to go through the academy. And I thought about it. I was like, I'll go through the academy. Because I remember the recruiter would call me, and I mean, they was basically begging. It was like a $15,000 sign-on bonus. They was going to help me to move there. All of this just to go through the academy. I mean, they was paying, even back then, like $23 an hour to go through the academy. And I remember, and I kid you not, and this lady right now is still like somebody I call, like, that starts to pray with me. I remember I called TD at the time. TD Jakes had a prayer line. And I remember I was thinking about it, and I almost was to do it. And I was like, God, because my girls and I and my mom, like my whole family, we're real close, joined at the hip. I've never been away from my girls or nothing like that. So I remember I called the praying line, and I was like, I was telling the lady, and she was like, you know what? If you move to Dallas, you're going to have so much help. She was like, I'm not even supposed to do this, but she gave me her phone number, and she said she had got written up for that because she wasn't supposed to do that. And her name is Catherine. And I ended up calling her. She was like, if you move to Dallas, you'll have a lot of help. God, I'll help you, with your girls and things of that nature, as far as helping you to keep them. But I didn't know Miss Catherine, especially at that time. I was like, because I cannot leave Memphis and move to Dallas to join their police department and come back and get my girls, like, after I graduate. I can't do that because I can't be away from my children like that. But I cannot bring them and leave them with strangers. I was always totally against leaving my girls with strangers. I just could not do that because I did not want anything, no molestation. I was not going to be understanding. I had already worked for the police department my whole life. So I had seen how children and stuff were molested when, oftentimes parents, just innocently leave their children and stuff for somebody else to keep them. Okay. But I was not going to be understanding about somebody molesting my children. I just was, I wasn't, I just, no, I just, I was not going to be understanding. I'm telling you. and it would have been ugly for me, and it would not have been conducive to my children for me to be in jail. Okay. So I thought about that. I thought about it, and they tried to get me to come twice. I'm telling you, it almost happened 2 times. But I looked at, and I'm gonna tell y'all, during that time, I was looking at houses, the areas, uh, that are probably gone down now. And one of the areas that I had looked at, and it was really a good area at that time, was Mesquite, Texas, and Plano, Texas. Those were the two. There was like, I let's see, there was like Richardson or Richmond or something. I think they said Richardson was going down. There was another area they said was going, Garland was going down. Um, and there was another area they said was once a really good area, and it was going down. And I was, Mesquite has some nice houses, and I think they said Mesquite has gone down a whole lot. But I had really fallen in love with Plano. I was like, I was looking at like some condos in Plano, Texas. But the thing about Plano was it would have been I think the commute would have been like what, 30 to like 45 minutes, maybe an hour from Plano to get to DPD every day. Like I taken all that into consideration. So y'all know I was coming because I was doing my research on the areas. And like I said, during that time I had liked the houses in Mesquite, but they said Mesquite, Texas has gone down quite a bit. But I definitely love Plano. I don't know if Plano has gone down. I don't know. Whoever live in Texas, I don't know. Tam would have had to lay those ninjas down. Oh, for sure. For sure. I don't know why. So I wish I could get me a grenade. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't believe I said that. I wish I could get me a grenade. Lord have mercy. Don't work. I'm listening from my RV where I live. Okay. Hero Fix TV, are you in Chicago? I own my home in Austin, and the pricing in Dallas were higher than Austin. During the pricing boom, the homes up there are still higher. Oh, wow. Yeah, I couldn't, I had to think about it both ways. Like, I just didn't want to leave my children with my mother, which they would have been safe with my mom. I just would have missed my girls, but I didn't want to put my girls in danger because I was selfish and wanted to take a chance on finding somebody in a city that I knew nobody in, and or letting some people that I didn't know babysit my children. I don't really believe in that. Other than my mom and my sister, I never let nobody babysit my kids. I used to take my girl when I was in college. Um, my girls were in daycare. Anytime my kids started screaming, whenever I would pull up at the daycare, I would change daycares because evidently they was doing something to them that wasn't good. They couldn't talk. I said, oh, hell no. My babies are not coming back to this damn daycare because it was doing something to me to have to leave my children at that daycare where they hollering and screaming and stuff. I think those old women was being mean to my baby because they didn't want to be there anyways. I think during that time, daycare workers was making like $7.25. Hell, they didn't want to be bothered with a bunch of hollering babies. So they would be mean to them. They would let them holler. They probably was pinching them. You never know. So I changed daycares. I said, no, my baby can't. I can't be dropping my baby out somewhere where she crying all the time. New to you says Austin's taxes are higher than the mortgages. Oh my God. Mm. Mm. You can't trust people. The MMA fighter Cain Velasquez tried to kill a daycare worker for molesting his kids. Lord have mercy. See, that's what I'm talking about. And psychologically, it messes the children up, you know? Yep. So I said all that to say this, like it's got to be a change. But I hear, oh, but ladies, I'm serious. Make sure y'all get y'all a weapon, and don't be scared to use it. When you know you get ready to walk out of a place, you in the mall, you in that mall kind of late, have your weapon. I mean, you can't do nothing if your weapon is in the you can't do nothing if your weapon is in the car. If they run up on you, you can't do nothing if your weapon is in your purse. You need to already, when you walking outside, you need to already have your weapon in your hand. And you need to already make up in your mind that if somebody becomes a threat to me, I have to eliminate them if they are a threat to my person because you fear for your life, okay? You gotta fear for your life though, okay? Some of these folks crazy as hell. Why you shoot him? Did you fear for your life? No, the nigga had played with me. Oh, okay, you going straight to jail. 1-2 says, yeah, we might as well take advantage of these laws in Texas and Tennessee. Go get your steel trained and protect yourself. Right. Protect yourself. Because I promise you, I fear for my life. These folks, I fear for my life. Hey, Demon, check your social media page. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Delaware is a no self-defense state. Oh my God, you cannot defend yourself in Delaware? Oh God. A former co-worker's baby son was kicked out of daycare. He was only 1 year old, but was built like a 3-year-old. Yes, because Nashville, Tennessee residents are on their tops about the school shooting. Oh, wow. Hey, Dima.
Hey sis, what's going on, lady?
Oh, nothing much. Just having good conversation.
Like we always do, we chop it up late nights. I think that's the best time to get your thoughts at the end of a long day.
I'm telling you.
Yes, indeed, honey. We got to start protecting ourselves because this thing that happened in Detroit with this 80-year-old lady is unacceptable. I mean, they said that this fool went to rob her house. She told him she didn't have any money. Her husband is handicapped. He couldn't even help his wife, Tam. This
What they
clown
do to
drug
her?
her out of the house and assaulted her, you know, or the R word. And
Oh my God.
they have a clip of him walking by, dressed in all black. So I guess they were able to create a sketch of him. But you know, the male citizens, I guess it's a group of males that protect the citizens, like when they go to the store, when they go fill up on gas and stuff like that. These guys have put up a $5,000 reward because, you know, like they said, this dude got to go. How you going to assault an 80-year-old lady? So, you know, if 80-year-old women not safe in their own homes, what you think they think about us in our 40s and 50s? You know,
Mm-mm.
I thought I was too old for somebody to want this coup de cat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it to make a joke or make light of it, but it's like any female between the ages of 2 years old to 80 years old got to, you know, are in danger.
It's sad, ain't it?
Yeah, sad. And
And
I'm gonna
like I
tell you
said,
another.
all of these little dudes ain't they sit up and try to talk about, well, I was high, I was drunk. These be the same ones that they ain't that crazy. They know they don't want no smoke with them Iranians.
Yeah, but you know, we're gonna stop using mental illness as an excuse because it's not always mental illness. A lot of this is just pure evil. A lot of this is uh, just depravity. These people are depraved, you know, and not so much mental. And these drugs out here fuels a lot of it. But like you said earlier, you know, everybody has a choice as to what they ingest or put in their bodies. Now they just made the announcements that this trank drug is just hitting the streets, right? And they telling these fools this stuff is eating through your flesh to the point where we might have to amputate your limbs. That's how bad this flesh-eating disease, not a disease, you know, they used to have a flesh-eating disease, but that's how bad this
Yeah.
drug is. This drug is so potent and so powerful that it is eating through human flesh.
What's
Uh,
the name of it?
that trank, it's
Oh my
called,
God.
you know, the tranquilizer, but there's a medical name for it. Maybe somebody in the chat can help us out. I don't know the pharmaceutical name for it, but the street name, you know, that they're giving it is trank.
Wow. Because you know, fentanyl is horse tranquilizer too. You
Yeah,
know,
but this other one is trank too. They said what they doing with this trank, they mixing it with the fentanyl. So, you know, and fentanyl is already potent by itself. Can you imagine how much more potent it's going to be mixed with this trank? So you got two different tranquilizers, animal tranquilizers being mixed together. They said they also mixing it in with cocaine and Percocets and heroin.
oh my
So
God.
that's why Ezekiel went off so damn crazy. And I'm kind of with you on that. You know, I hate that he's on the table, on the chopping block for the death penalty. But, you know, like I said, Zeke had a chance to monitor what he was putting in his system. Because, see, you can't get out here and go to any street dealer talking about, yeah, man, give me two perks, you know, and think you're getting authentic perks because this stuff that's mixed up on the street is not the same Percocets that come from out of a pharmaceutical company's lab. The street Percocets we know are definitely being pressed and made up in somebody's damn garage or basement somewhere.
It's
So
sad that
it's a hot mess.
people want to
It's hot.
be high so bad that they willing to take anything. They know that stuff. It ain't like they don't know that stuff is gonna either kill them or make them crazy.
Yeah, new to you, you're right. Xylazine is what it's called, Tam. Xylazine.
Okay,
And it's
Xylan.
scary out here. And I said, what is next? Because, they said that the fentanyl was coming over there from China. So I don't feel that it's no coincidence. We already know, without getting too political about this, how Chinese feel about Americans. You see what I'm saying? They come over here and open up all their damn stores and get all our dollars, you know. But
Mhm.
from what I heard, the fentanyl originated from over there because they were making it. And being shipped to Mexico. So we know once things are getting to Mexico, it's already going to hit U.S. soil. So I think it's all by design. Let them take pills and eat. Fentanyl wasn't enough, right? Wasn't enough that people are looking like zombies on the streets. Now you got people, damn flesh falling off their damn bones. It's like the drugs keep getting more potent and deadlier and deadlier.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's how we know that it's engineered.
Yeah, it's engineered. Same way, I don't even want to go into that because I don't want them to mess with your channel, but the same way about that damn thing we had to, get shots for. That was manufactured and released over here in the US.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to the point where it won't be long before people turn into agoraphobics, scared to come out the house. It won't be long before you be living in a damn bubble because can't come out the house. You're scared to come out the house. If you come out the house, you're a victim of a robbery or the R word or uh, a mass shooting or something. It's just always something daily. And I said, we're definitely living in the last days.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that's for real, for real. I think we are definitely on our last leg. Yeah, they looking like zombies. They laid out all in the street, girl. I saw a dude last week, Tam. And when I tell you it's the saddest sight when you see somebody can damn near back bend, do a back bend standing up and never fall down. I mean, these people bodies are so limber. You never realize how limber people are until you see them high.
Mm-mm-mm. One who says everyone's so up in arms about vaccines, but we vaccinated for things all our lives. It's not that serious to me.
Yeah. She said they're used to smoke embalming fluid on cigarettes. I had a friend that went crazy doing that. Yeah. What was that stuff they used to call back in the day, Tam? Sherm stick. Uh, you
Did they
know,
call it primo? Well, no, primo is when you put cocaine on put a little cocaine on the weed.
but you
Like,
notice how it seemed like each generation have their drugs that turn them into the crazies,
and each time it get worse and worse,
and it's
so that they
getting worse
cannot
and worse.
recover.
Yeah, it's getting worse. Nuda, you says it put holes in you, which can put 3 fingers in the hole, and if they mix it with fentanyl, you'll drop dead. In which they are mixing it. And I'm gonna tell you something. Do you know this doctor on this medical program that I was watching for like the newscast? He said that there is nothing that they can give people that are on trank. He says, like with the other stuff, they can give you Narcan and stuff, to kind of reverse the effects and stop you from overdosing. You get trank and you about to overdose or die. It's nothing that they can give you. Narcan won't even save you. So when we literally watch these horror movies and you see like the zombies with the swords and stuff all in their face, because see, we already know meth over a period of time makes their teeth rotten and it puts sores on it all in their face. So imagine that to the 23rd power taking this damn trank. So we literally gonna be walking past people or seeing people in the on the streets, girl, with they damn flesh wounds and stuff. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They said don't
Man, it is
forget
crazy. But I'm
to
gonna tell
smoke
you
the
something. I
arm.
really thank God that I've
Yeah,
never had the urge to be a drug user.
me too. I've never even smoked weed. I've never smoked weed. a day in my life. Like I said, my my grandmother always had a story about somebody that did drugs that scared the hell out of me. She always had a story. It always ended in the person lost their mind. That somebody spiked their drug, they lost their mind, never got their mind back.
Yeah. Because see, you got to know the effects a lot of times are irreversible. You know what I mean? Some things you just can't. And I'm gonna tell you something. You ever hear stories where, oh, Joe used to be cool back in the day. Boy, he was smart in school. He was blah, 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 blah. But then he got hooked on them drugs. And then you see Joe about 15, 20 minutes, 20 years later, girl, and they crazy road lizard, crazy as hell. So, some things you just can't bounce back from.
That's true.
Because once the mind is gone, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? See, if you get into poor health sometimes, you may get treatment and can get better or whatever. But a lot of these drug addicts, girl, when they mind goes into and the brain cells die, because that's all this stuff is doing is killing their brain cells.
That's exactly what it's doing.
Yeah,
And like
committing
I said,
suicide
it's a certain
slowly.
thing that people want it. It's not like folks are not seeing what these drugs doing to other people. Do they think that it won't happen to them, or they just crazy?
Crazy. James and Iris, you're right. They did used to have that DARE program. And, I'm going to tell you something, though, Tim, like you said, it's all by design. All of these programs that they used to have are far and few in between now. You have to search high and low for programs to get these people into. And then they got the, it's waiting list and all this, and just all kinds of red tape. So in the meantime, one in probably every 10 people that you walk past are probably drug addicts. And that, to me, puts us as everyday average American citizens, that put us at risk daily. And the law can't fight everybody. So, I feel like we need to be deputized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
As
I
citizens,
think a lot of citizens should go through the Citizens Academy, and that's like the I guess the citizens, they actually get certifications. They show them some things as it relates to the police academy, making citizens arrest and stuff like that. I think that would be good. Yeah, people do. You're right. A lot of us do need to be deputized too. Uh, but hey, I'm just scared. It's already warm around this area. That is getting ready to get worse, because if you looked at that video from what happened to Yogott'S restaurant, one of the little dudes, after the guy was shot, was running away laughing. What kind of world do we live in?
We living in a world of, like you say, clout chasing and getting notches on their belt. And I'm curious, I looked at that video. I just actually went and looked at that video a minute ago, and I noticed the bright blue, kind of like a royal blue sweatshirt or hoodie he was wearing. And then I listened to the news. They said, well, the two victims were targeted. So I'm curious as to if their weapons were the ones that hit the other 5 victims. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like if those 2 were targeted, because I'm expecting it to be more arrests. But the footage, it shows so many hands flying. And then I saw a girl with some crutches. Honey, I'm like, baby, you should have been on them crutches trying to get the hell up out of there. Because if you got bad feet, broke leg, the last thing you need to be doing is getting down and dirty trying to hit somebody with some damn crutches. But maybe somebody in the chat know, is there like a gang color that wear that color blue, or just because normally, sicko boys wear black, all black. But he definitely stood out with that bright blue hoodie on.
Yeah, he did. That was a like a, you're right, like a vibrant blue.
Yeah,
But I think they know who they are, because Juke them on the video, they was calling their name.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a couple of videos narrating on that video. Couldn't you hear? To me, it sounded like three different voices.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I saw the video. I saw the one where the security had to shoot two guys. I saw the one where they shot the one of the young men. One was already laying there dead, and then they shot the other one.
I saw that. But you know, I'm wondering what is the capacity for that place to limit? You know what I mean?
I don't know, because it looked overcrowded.
Yeah, it really did look overcrowded. Because see, that's just a small section of that place that we saw. So I'd be curious what the capacity is for that place. And, you know, if they were over capacity, then that's a problem too. Because see, that's going against city violation of codes or whatever. Because you cannot overcrowd any establishment. And then something like that jumps off. And how much security did they have at the place? Because I only saw the one guy, unless you saw more security, Tam.
No, I only saw one in the video that I saw.
Okay. Yeah, because I could only see him. Now I know it's other parts of the place, I'm sure. So yeah, I was just curious, you know, was he the only security person on duty that night? And how did these guys you know, what was it really over? Was the attempt robbery on the inside, or what did the fight start over? Because, you know, the rumors are talking about, you know, this young lady's ex-boyfriend came in and saw her with somebody else. That didn't look like no boyfriend stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? It looked like some hood stuff.
Yeah, that was some hood stuff. I tend
Mm-hmm.
to believe, you know, that, you know, it was two sets ran into each other, and I do believe it had something to do with a robbery.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the chief said.
yeah. Because they're not going to arrest nobody. They said that the second person was arrested for aggravated robbery. Aggravated robbery means that you used a weapon
Right.
to rob them. So, you know, they're not going to charge him with no aggravated robbery if it wasn't no robbery. So yeah, I'm gonna stand on what the police say. You know, I'm not going by what these bloggers talking about. You know, she was giving her stuff away to two different people. I don't know. You know, girl, please.
I believe what the police chief say.
I believe I'm gonna go by what the news people say. What the police chief said. His fine self. That's my kind of man now. I said, older man, girl. I'm like, hey, chief.
Yeah, Paul Wright was always very handsome. He got older, but he was real quiet, very handsome, very, you know, respectable and stuff.
See, but I'm gonna tell you something else too, you guys. This generation here is all about chains, a piece of jewelry. I said, what the hell is going on with this jewelry stuff? Because that seems to start a whole lot of smoke. You know, if you want some smoke, try to take somebody's chain. You know, and I think a lot of these young boys are out here getting themselves killed just to get it, and then hop online and show it off for clout to say that they got it. You know, and that's a lot that's happening here in my city. You know, these boys actually getting their brains smoked and getting themselves knocked off for messing with people's property. So, you know, that place was too crowded. If you was trying to commit a robbery, what the hell you think? You weren't going nowhere fast. So what you gonna think? You gonna take something and hurry up and run away and get in your car and peel off? It was too many people in there.
It was too many. They just don't think. I mean, they really thought that they was gonna get away with that, and they had them within a matter of hours.
Yeah, and I mean that was a fast arrest. You don't really hear too many arrests like that, but you know what? It tells me that they still are looking probably for other shooters or witnesses or whatever, because he said it's an ongoing investigation. So you can notice that the media was trying to ask him some questions, ask Paul some questions, and Paul was like, I can't answer that because, you know, it's an ongoing investigation. And then he was telling people to call into the Crime Stoppers hotline. So, you know, that tells me that they still need some information. But I'm gonna tell you something, when stuff is captured on camera and you caught like that, it's a rare chance that you get away, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Migos video new to you. What do you got? What video? Is it a music video or some other video with him talking smack? Lil Migos ain't gonna be satisfied till he, he get what he looking for, because he obviously looking for something. I don't know what he looking for.
I don't know what he's looking for either. He ought to sit down.
Yeah, he needs to sit
Or
down
make his
somewhere.
music. He needs to make his music and sit down.
Yeah. Yeah, see, when you're trying to prove something to somebody, and then, you really got to live your life for yourself. Because, see, these young cats need to stop trying to prove something. What are you trying to prove? And see, that's why I respected Dolph. And I get so sick and tired of people talking about Dolph wasn't even stepping. Dolph wasn't standing on business. Dolph was standing on a whole lot of business. Dolph was standing on money business. He was making money moves. You know what I'm saying? Dolph ain't got time to be out here sliding up and down the street trying to take people out. Dolph business is about making money.
That's right.
And my thing is, why you can't be an authentic boss if you ain't out here knocking people off? That make sense, because if you out here knocking people off and you making money at the same time, you got to believe that there's a huge chance of you not enjoying your boss money if you getting locked up going to prison. Make that make sense? So Dolph didn't want no parts of it. He was like, no, I ain't got time for that. Yeah, it is what it is, but I got money to make. Paper route boss, absolutely.
Like Coke Figure said, long live young Dolph, the paper route boss.
Absolutely. And they can't take that away from him. And, when I say earlier that Pre didn't have anything to do with that, I fully believe that ain't got nothing to do with Pre. But what I do believe that this is just karma. To me, it's just God showing you that I am the great I am. Okay? Mm-hmm. Can't nobody take God's greatness from him. And God is saying, you took a great one out of here and off of this earth. I'm gonna show you who's the real boss, because I'm gonna disrupt your life. See why they think they living their best damn life and everything is all good. I'm gonna start messing with your money, your establishments, your businesses. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, God is gonna take care of them in doses.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give you, see, God deal with you, and it's almost like a cat toying with a mouse, right? God said, I'm gonna deal with y'all in doses. I'm gonna mess with this, and I'm gonna mess with that, and I'm gonna mess with this, that, and the other. And then when I'm tired of playing with you, I'm gonna make sure you go down all the way. See, it's like the Titanic, when the Titanic just had a little hole in the side of the boat, right? And the little water was filling up. Then it kept filling up and filling up and filling up until it finally just sank. So to me, that's going to be this with this CMF empire. I think eventually it's all going to crumble, because like I say, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And somebody, I think, rest in peace, Young Dolph, said earlier in the chat that Hottie didn't even say rest in peace to the victims. So, when stuff like that happens in your establishment, I mean, I would think that you're supposed to put a statement out saying, rest in peace to the victims. We're sorry that this happened or whatever. Now, if they did, I don't know if they did or not. But I'm just wondering why Art Horn would say that nothing happened inside of the club, where it's clearly on film.
I'm telling you. That's what I said. If you're going to lie, him and his client should at least got the damn lights been on one accord.
Yeah. I'm like, Art, did you not see the footage? See, that's another puppet. See, that's a puppeteer move. You know what I'm saying? Art Horn, how you gonna make a statement talking about nothing happened inside of Prive? Well, Art Horn, it clearly did, because it's on camera. Girl, I'll tell you about puppets, like you say, Tam, the yes men. So, he all about money. You give me enough money to make a statement, then I'm gonna say whatever it is you want me to say. But one thing they can't deny is the footage is out there. Whatever happened. And yeah. So, you know, to me, it's grounds for lawsuit for the other victims if they were over capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's exposing season, Clarinetta. This is, I told Tam this a few weeks ago. I said 2023 is going to be the year of revelation, exposure.
And it needs to be
Yeah,
the year of revelation. 2023 exposing season. You're right, Clarinetta. It's exposing season.
yeah. These
And
people
we
need
just
to be
minute
exposed.
of the year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, you know, like I said, when you got these people that are getting bold, because see, they doing it here in my city too, just shooting at the police. How you gonna have a shootout with the police? I mean, it's getting crucial. So, you know, if they want to shoot it out with the police, you know, they don't give a damn about me or you, right?
Right. And see what's happening is these politicians setting them up to die. That's what they're doing when they start, you know, talking against the police. They want these young dudes to go against the police so the police could they want them to resist and all of that, so something the very worst can happen.
Yeah. So, but my thing is, I hear a lot of talk about where the police is crooked, police is this, that, and the other. So not all police are crooked, but at the end of the day, whatever you think about the police, you just can't be out here like you in the Wild Wild West having shootouts with them, right? So when the police actually pop your noggin off your shoulders, then I don't want to see no so-called black leaders on TV talking about, well, you know, they didn't have to do that young man like that, you know. Well, I'm sorry, black leader, but he was shooting at the police. So, I mean, what do you do with people like that?
That's right.
You know, we got to find a median here. We can't just, you know, sit back and say, well, you know, every time there's an officer involved shooting, you know, it's grounds for a lawsuit, you know, because all officer involved shootings, some of them are actually justified. I don't know if they get in the memo or not. Just because it's an officer involved shooting doesn't mean that it's not justified in some cases. And if you having a shootout with the police and the police happen to hit you and knock your noggin off, it's justified. That's it and that's all. So I just think our priorities are jacked up when it comes to these leaders being out here in these communities. It's like, you know, we appreciate you standing up for the people, but, you know, don't pick and choose what you're going to stand up for us for. We need you to stand up for us in every capacity.
That's right. Oh, y'all, it's 2:00 in the morning.
No. You done called me up here now. We getting ready to talk this thing out. She called me. Look, y'all, she called me up here, and then I could hear her voice getting low. I knew Tam battery was running out
Yeah,
about
so
5 minutes after I came up. Because when that voice get low, yeah, girl, Lord Jesus, help us.
I
Okay,
thought about fixing me some coffee, but I was like, I'm glad I'm off today. Oh, so Lucy, you is off today. I was like, I'm gonna do morning coffee. I want to do like morning coffee in the mornings where we talk about a plethora of different topics.
okay. But you see, they got Trump. Did they get Trump? Real
Yeah,
quick
I
before we get
saw
off.
that. Yeah. Now you know what? Now I want to say that woke me back up. I'm gonna tell you something.
Girl, they done got our boy Trump.
I know a lot of people sitting up talking about they glad that they got Trump. I'm not happy that they got Trump.
I'm not either.
They hurry up and indicted him so that he could not run for president again.
Talking about some damn Stormy Daniels hush money case. Why y'all didn't go get Trump back then when y'all think he gave her some hush money? Come on now. Hush money case. How long ago was that Stormy Daniels? 10, when that damn near 10 years ago?
Longer. They just finding any reason to get him because I mean, what would that have to do anything? They said the man paid what $100,000 for some sex.
Okay.
If he ain't embarrassed about it, what's wrong with them? They said Trump run, but I have to say I am not happy that Trump was indicted.
I'm not either,
I
because
wish
I
they
think
would
it's bull
invite
crap.
Joe Biden. Hell,
Yeah, I think it's BS. You know what I'm saying? And you know what, Tam, you hit the nail right on the head when you said it's to stop him from uh, running for president. And then you got Al Sharpton talking about Donald Trump should not sleep comfortably tonight. It's like, Sharpton, just stop it, because guess what? You will never be the president.
I know that's right.
It's a witch hunt. It really is. It's a witch hunt, Tam, and they just don't want him to run for presidency again.
And
But Trump,
Biden don't need to be a president the second time. He don't. He don't need to be reelected.
girl, you ain't never lied. Mm-mm.
Hero Fix TV says, me and my wife been saying our money been funny ever since Biden got in. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Hero Fix it sure has been. Let me tell you something. You have now got to manage your own money. I don't know if y'all remember that millionaire, that old white man millionaire, Howard Hughes. Girl, you know, they say when he died, he had millions stuffed in his damn mattress because he didn't trust banks and stuff, right? But we know that he was a millionaire, hand over fist. And it's just getting to the point where you have really got to micromanage your own finances. We can't depend on the government to have our retirement money ready. You know what I mean? You can't. You just can't. So yeah, Biden got to go, honey. I mean, I really just see a downshift in the economy since he's been in office.
Me too. Me too. All right, y'all. Y'all gonna get back on in the morning for the morning coffee. This we're gonna start talking about. I would tell
No,
y'all the topic, but then if I told the topic, somebody would steal it.
you got that right now. Don't say nothing. Just let it be a surprise to us. Yeah, we get on for morning coffee, even though we couldn't stay on late for the midnight sweet bitch.
Look, real deal. Lee said, "Let's do the numbers game."
Oh, real deal, Lisa. Yeah, he liked that numbers game. Did he win last time? He liked that numbers game.
I think real deal Lee won something one time.
No, I think New to You won, and who won? Who else was it? Was it Anissa? Who else was it? Diane or somebody else won?
I know real deal. New to You won twice. I do believe 2 or 3 times.
Oh, okay.
But I think real deal won one time.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna hop off, sister, and let you give us a prayer to close us out. And I love you guys. And hey, everybody, stay splat ready. You know what I'm saying? In case you have to stretch them. Keep your head on swivel. And yes, we all covered by the blood of the lamb, but at the same time, you might have to take some of that blood of the lamb and put it on them. Make sure they,
to take
get
some
going.
of that blood of the lamb off of them and make sure they let them bleed on their own blood cover them.
Yeah, let them bleed out.
From that fire, you that heat you put to them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to bleed out because it's getting dire. So yeah, just stay ready, y'all. Okay, love you guys, and I'm gonna hop down, mama.
Okay, love you too. Thanks for coming up.
Okay, mama.
All right. Y'all, I really wanted to stay on longer, but it's a sleepiness that came over me because I was doing good. But what I ended up doing was I laid down on my, because I'm in the front room, I laid down on my couch. And all of a sudden, when I laid down, a sleepiness came over me. Because I really, like a few minutes ago, I was like, oh, we're going to go to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But I guess it ain't meant to be. Okay, because I got sleepy and I don't know how to shake it. I'm too tired to even get up and fix me some coffee. So I just want to say I thank y'all for getting on with me tonight. As always, it is an absolute pleasure. I do love you guys. I do appreciate y'all support, all of the text messages, all of the emails and stuff that I have been getting. I really do appreciate them so much. It helps to keep me lifted, as I have to leave my dad in 2023, right? I got to leave him in 2023. And I just, it's something like his journey ended on Monday, you know. And so now I got to leave him here. We all have to leave him here as we continue on without him. It seems so unreal, you know. And people say you bragged about your dad all the time. How you talked about your dad. I know, and I will always talk about him. I will always talk about him because he is worthy of being talked about. Um, his work, all the work that he did definitely speaks for him. So I'll always, brag on him and continue his legacy and things of that nature because he is deserving of that. When you have a black man, and I'm talking about any black man, that's the reason why I say these men have to start building legacies for their children, and not just by being crooked, because that's a foundation, that's a rocky foundation, right? You building your house on sand when you think you building something for you and your family, and you doing it by hook or crook. That's a sand. You building your foundation on sand. It's not solid, and when the first storm comes, it will be blown down because you have to read what you sow, right? So, and like I said, I think about my dad and how he had everything written out how he wanted it, from his funeral, from what he wanted us to do, when the museum, how he wanted us to carry on, who he wanted to be in charge of what, how he wanted his funeral to be, what color he wanted his suit to be, what colors he wanted us to wear. So we're wearing blue from everything being paid for. Okay, that's why I say he was just a real man, and he wrote that will up years back, child, some years back. Okay, so he had already had that planned out. So I think that's a beautiful thing, that we don't have that burden, that he thought enough of his family to already have ducks in a row and to build something and to say exactly how you want that to be, right? So his legacy, how he wanted us to continue that. And like I said, my dad, he wrote a letter to us. I'm hearing maybe a couple years back when he did the will, to each one of us, and we got our letter. And I don't know what my sisters are gonna do, but I'm gonna say my letter for Father's Day, because it gives me something to look forward to open it up, to actually see what my dad has, what he actually had in the letter, what actually he said, how he addressed it. So it's gonna be hard, because I miss him. I miss him every second of the day, because I'm used to talking to my dad like 3 times a day, right? Up until he got sick, we was talking like 3 times a day, because he would always call me, Gal, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, or look into this, and we need to do that, like, right? And he would get on my nerves sometimes, but I loved every moment of it. I loved being a student of my dad. And I think I felt so safe, because I knew my dad would never do anything to hurt me. He didn't want anything from me, just to give me knowledge on certain things, right? So I always, appreciate that. So even when I get sad, like I listen to, like my dad has started getting into gospel music. And the reason why I was playing that song today, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off because I'm getting sleepy, but I was playing that song today, Faithful. I was, I was in the studio one day and I had that song on, that Marvin Winans, because I love listening to Marvin Winans gospel music. And my dad said, "What's the name of that song?" And it shocked me, because my dad had never really said anything to me about he listened to gospel music. And I said, "Faithful." And so when it went off, he said, "Rewind that song. I like that song." And so when he would come into my studio, sometimes when I would get there, he would be sitting there and he would say, "What's the name of that song? Play that song for me." That's how I knew, like, when he had a lot on his mind or something like that, he would ask me to play that song. And even on his deathbed, we would start playing songs, gospel songs that we knew that he liked. and certain ones, he, even when he was getting like really, really ill, he would try and respond to it, try to move his mouth when he was getting real weak to sing. And that was one of them, like right before he had passed away. So when I was listening to that song today, it just kind of, it made me happy, like in a good way, because I love that song. But it's also an inspirational song because God is definitely faithful. That's why I say, ladies, if you ain't got you a real man, you need to get you one that's gonna already have everything in place for you, so you don't, if something should happen to him, you don't have to, you and your children don't have to worry about how you gonna bury him or anything else, right? That's a blessing, right? But anyways, you guys, I really appreciate you all tuning in. Like I said, I'm gonna always talk about my dad, you know. Stop. I have to be careful though, about not, I said I was gonna give myself, Remy, I'm not playing with you. I said I was going to give myself 30 days, you know, to recuperate, because my blood pressure was at stroke level yesterday. And I didn't know what, I didn't, you know, I had not eaten anything to make me sick or anything. I didn't really do anything. But I thought about yesterday, we went, you know, the only thing we had to do was pick out my dad's casket. And so we had to go and pick out his casket. After that, I came home and I sat on the couch and I didn't even move. I didn't even turn the TV on or nothing. Like, I didn't understand why I've never had to take blood pressure medicine or anything. But remember, I was saying my head was hurting and I didn't know what was going on. And I had checked my pressure. Well, my mother had said to me, I told her, I said, my head just keep hurting me, and now my face is hurting me. I said, I didn't do anything today after we came back from the funeral home. I didn't do anything. I didn't even look at TV. I just sat on the couch, and my pressure was at stroke. I got a blood pressure machine. And so my mom was like, well, check your pressure. That's why I was up last night when I got the call that Prive had been shot up, because my mama was like, well, I'm not going to get off the phone with you until your pressure go down, because I may have to call the ambulance. And so I had checked my pressure after I got off live the first time, and it was like 160 something over 110, and that was stroke level. That's the reason why my head was hurting, my jaws had started hurting, like my pressure was up sky high, and I could not understand why my pressure was up so high, because I had not eaten anything bad. I don't even put salt in my food. Only thing I did was went to the funeral home yesterday, and I did not I came home and just sat on the couch. I didn't do anything else, right? So I don't know why my pressure went up that high, but so I've decided, you know, of course it's back down though. Today it's back down. And so I've decided I'm gonna take 30 days off and just and recuperate and pray. And it'll give me the opportunity to meditate, and also to do some of those things that my that my dad had said that he wanted us to do, with some things, you know, that he left behind. So it'll give me the opportunity to do that, as well as kind of get used to my dad not being my business partner, right? Because whenever I got ready to make like a major decision, or if I needed to make, like, I don't care what connection it was. I don't care what connection it was. If it was the congressman, or if it was a representative, or whatever it was, I could always call my dad and ask him to make that connection, and he would always do it, you know. Um, and the good thing about it is I have, you know, because of him, I still have relationships with those people. But at the same time, I'm so used to always going through my dad and saying, Dad, can you talk to such and such to make this connection for me, so that we can make this work? And he was always able to do it. So it's just, it's something else that I got to do it for myself now, in which I don't have an issue with that. But I'm just so used to having my dad in front of me, because like he was always like, he was just always the captain of the ship, and he got things taken care of. That's just it's gonna be hard, you know, not having that safety nest, not having that confidant, somebody, it's gonna be hard to trust anybody else, because I trust my dad with everything, because I knew he was not gonna ever lead us wrong. And it's just hard to believe that, he's not gonna be there. Like I said, he's the last of a dying breed, and he was really a true man, 100 and like 100 and like 1,000. Okay, he used to always say, I'm proud to say that I am unbought and unbossed. Okay, unbought and unbossed, and I don't care what went on. And I watched my dad. He would not do anything when people would come to him and say, well, Rick, why don't you do this? Why, we could do it this way. And he would go back and say, that sounds sweet, but if I do it this way, that's going to hurt the people. So I got to fight y'all on that. I saw where my dad could have probably, before he ever got what he could have been, had whatever he got, probably way early on. But if it was going to hurt the people, he fought it, and he never took money. Okay, he never took money up under the table, or sold the people out, because he had a thing about selling people out. And that is one reason why I have an issue with sellouts. When I see people taking money like I do, like some of these bloggers taking money to set folks up, and people taking money when people taking money to do anything, when people can be bought out, if it's not legit, when people can be bought out, or people can pay you to change what is right, I'm real hard on people like that. I think they slime. I think they pathetic. You know what I mean? Because what happened to people having integrity and just being strong enough to tell the truth, and not rolling over or falling to their knees for some damn money. Oh, you gonna give me some money? Oh yeah, I'll do it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, people don't have any integrity anymore, and that's the reason why I talks about them in real life. I don't, just like I get on here and talk about folks like that, because I know you can be unbought and unbossed. I was raised by a man that was, and I'm proud to say that. Okay. And I'm proud to say that. And I guess I have this unrealistic idea of, like, a lot of black men are supposed to be like my dad. You know what I mean? Why can't they just be unbought and unbossed? Okay. And be real men, take care of their families, and take care of their women. My dad was not perfect, but he sure did take care of his family, and he was determined to leave a legacy behind. He was determined. Okay. So that's the reason why, if I'm hard, it is because, even though I'm tenderhearted, if I'm hard on guys, it is because I saw a grandfather and a daddy come from nothing and gain everything. I saw that, and it came through blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. All right. So, but anyways, you guys, I would never want to sell out. Yeah, I don't sell out either. I think I could have. I've had connect. I have contact with y'all would never believe, but I can't ever get myself into anything where I'm compromising the truth. It ain't gonna happen. That's why it's funny to me when folks get on here and say, well, you had just got it, did on here for the Memphis Police Department. It's funny to me. I'm like, well, damn, they sure ain't paying me nothing, and they know they couldn't pay me nothing. But the Memphis Police Department, the sheriff's office, folks don't even know the Memphis Police Department and the sheriff's office, child. They don't even know the difference. But they have their own spokespersons. Hell, they don't need me to get on here and speak for them. And I wouldn't. Okay. My YouTube channel don't pay me no damn money. Like I said, what I make off of YouTube, I goes and buy candy and stuff. I'm telling y'all what I do. I take the money and go buy candy and napkins and hand sanitizer and stuff like that, put it in my office. So when my clients walk in, they eating a lot of. I get that good candy, not that cheap candy like them little bitty Snicker bars, those Twix bars and stuff. That sugar makes them happy and makes them spend their money. Okay, I be constantly giving them water. I have wine in my refrigerator. You want some wine? When they really talking about spending money, then shit. Okay, I know how to entertain my clients to keep them coming back. Okay, the legal way, because I ain't selling nothing but service, and I'm talking about legal service. Okay, because these folks around here selling everything, child. Let's see. My grandmother raised me. She's 85 now. I can take care of her. Right. Now I take care of her. That's a beautiful thing. And that's the way it's supposed to be. The kids and the grandkids are supposed to take care of the elder. They take care of us when we're babies, and we're supposed to take care of them when they're old. But folks are so selfish now. It's ridiculous, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I'm getting on in the morning, and I'm gonna do morning coffee. Like I said, I'm taking 30 days off. I am not working for 30 days. I hope I can stick to that. Okay. I hope I can stick to it, because it's getting ready to heat up in Memphis, and I'm sure the DA's office gonna be calling, trying to give me some cases, but I ain't interested for 30 days. I'm gonna stick to that. I ain't doing nothing for 30 days. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back on in the morning. And I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. I appreciate your love and support. And I want to say a prayer before we get off, okay? First, God, I just ask that you shield and protect everyone that was on this live tonight. I ask that you shield and protect me and my family, them and their family. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Anything that rises up against us will be condemned. I know, God, sometimes that there are evil eyes with jealousy and things of that nature, and evil thoughts that sit in the bushes and look in, God. But any evil thoughts that was thought against any of us or spoken against any of us, we return back to the sender, and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days, God. I just thank you right now for shield and protection. Those that got to go to work tomorrow, God, I ask that you go before them. Watch over them tonight as they sleep, and keep them protected. Okay. I love you guys so very much. Mwah! Have a good night.